Man United 2, Sunderland 0. Routine win where we controlled the game and we kept a clean sheet. And when life gives you lemons, make them number one instantly. Audition passed. Sonny Lammens, welcome to Manchester United, and you are the new number one. Bars on the floor, I understand that. You can call it shameless, but he made me feel calm. He made me feel at ease, bro. He claimed a cross. He claimed about 3 crosses. He made saves. The ball went out of the danger zone. His kicking with both feet was all right. He had one little moment. Him and Bruno not on the same wavelength, but that can happen. The fact of the matter is he's made his debut, he's had a clean sheet, and that's a good game to have, obviously, into the international break now, and then obviously it's the big test, Liverpool. But shout out Sonny Lammens, yeah? Our new number one. Without a doubt, that's it, done. Thank you, Altai, for filling in. Sonny Lammens is the new number one. And obviously he's going to have a few bumps here and there. There's a lot more bigger tests to have. But he was, as far as debuts goes, you can't say anything about that. Mason Mount, listen, between Sonny Lammens and Mason Mount, that's the man of the match right there. Mason Mount was really good today, man. You know, Ruben brings him in and starts him ahead of Cunha. And you're like, that's interesting. Let's see how it goes. You can't lose your head about it. That's an interesting move. And he was excellent. Everything he did was crisp. The goal he took from Brian Mbeumo was fantastic. One touch to set, another touch to put it in the corner. And that's the Mason Mount we want to see. Obviously, he's had an absolutely terrible time with injury since he's come to this football club. So much expectation on him. And that's what I want to see more of. Obviously, we want to see it in the big games against the better opposition. But you can only play who's in front of you. And on a day like today, where, listen, you see what's going on with if you lose this game and this, that, and the other, to get an early goal when you're playing well is what was needed. And not only did he take the goal well, his generic play was good. The way he looked after the ball, the way he was taking on players, the way he was taking the ball, driving, he was nutmegging play. He just looked a lot more free. Man was just expressing himself. So I'm very, very happy for Mason Mount. He was really good. And the decision to play him in the 10 instead of Matheus Cunha, it paid off. And actually, it was more similar to the team we put out against Burnley, here when we were very dominant in the first half, and we were only 1-0 up at half-time, and then we saw how that game unfolded. Today was a different story where we dominated, but in the first half, we had the chances to get 2-0 up, and we made sure we took them, and that was very, very key. Benjamin Sesko, that's 2 and 2. I think what we weren't seeing from him was him being involved enough. Like, we're not playing to him. He's not really getting involved in the game. He isn't having touches and build-up play, let alone shots. And today was the opposite. Obviously, the goal that he scores, long throw, hits off the Sunderland defender, heads it to him, and he's got pretty much a tap in. That's a good goal to get, right? But what I liked was his build-up play. You know, the way he was connecting with players, he started to have a little bit of a swagger on top. You know, the studs are rolling across the ball. He's holding players off. He's winning fouls. A lot more confident from Benjamin Sesko, and a lot more of what we want to see from him. Again, this is one game against Sunderland. You can't get carried away with this. The next game is Liverpool away. So we are going to find out about this team. But for now, like I said, when we play well, right, and in the case of the first half, I ain't got to the second half yet. In case of the first half, we did play well. We have to talk about it. So I'm really pleased for him. Ahmad, I tell you what, after coming back off a bereavement, because a family member passed away, straight back in, and he was a breath of fresh air, putting Dalot out to that left wing-back position. I'll talk about Dalot in a second. Jesus, lot of mercy, yeah? Lot of mercy, yeah, when it comes to Dalot, yeah? But Ahmad was a breath of fresh air as well, especially in that first half, as was everyone, because everyone was at it. Him and Mbeumo were cooking, but Ahmad in particular, Masuaku didn't want to see him. He did not want to see him at all. And Ahmad was just getting the ball, being positive, looking to come in off the right-hand side, get his shots off, link up. And that's the Ahmad we want to see. Actually, before he went away from that bereavement, as has a lot of players this season, you're looking for that bit of form from Ahmad in particular from last season, though. You know, he wasn't really getting much change out of defenders. His shots on target. He wasn't playing with that confidence. That's that type of Ahmad we want to see going forward, albeit against an inferior opposition in today's match. I want to see that type of Ahmad, that type of attitude, that type of approach to the game. You could see the confidence was flowing through him and Mbeumo on that right-hand side. they didn't want to see either of those two. And then Brumo was very, very good in the first half as well. He gets the assist for Mason Mount, taking the ball in tight spaces, not giving it away. Really, really good. Who else was good in the first half? I thought Casemiro was good in the first half as well. Everybody was good. Everybody just did their job. The ref and the linesman, should I say, tried to rob us with that stupid penalty decision that was rightly overturned. I thought VAR was going to absolutely do us over there like it has done most other teams in the league this year. But thank God it stepped in and did the right thing. So you're just thinking, right, second half now. Second half. Now, there's going to be two ways of looking at the second half. You can look at it as game management, or you can look at it as a little bit of the same old. The quality wasn't there, the rhythm wasn't there in the passing, the intensity wasn't there in what we were trying to do. And Regis Lebris, to be fair to him, he takes off a dinger, I think at 2-0 down. I'm pretty sure it was at 2-0 down. And it was an admittance from him that he got it wrong. You know, he went 4-2-3-1 with two wingers, Traore and Adingra either side, and it wasn't working, you know. Enzo in the middle, Ilafi in the middle, and it didn't work. We kept carving them open, and he took off Adingra and went to three at the back and sort of matched us up. And to be fair to Sunderland, although there wasn't much quality and we never really looked like conceding, we struggled after that, didn't we, really, in terms of opening them up, in terms of carving them open. So you've got to give, when you look at it tactically, you have to account for that. That's a little bit of a worry, a little bit. But in trying to be positive, the game was already done, and then you can look at the glass half full side of just manage the game. But in terms of what I saw with my eyes, there's managing the game, and then there's playing poorly, not passing the ball properly, giving it away, making the wrong decisions. Brian and Brumo's second half wasn't good, choosing to pass rather than shoot, trying to slide Mateus Cunha in when it was just never on. Just bad decisions. People kept giving away the ball. Dallo, first half and second half, especially second half, absolutely awful from him that he needed to get hooked for Dorgu. Lenny Yoro, a couple of loose passes. Casemiro flying in, yellow card. It just got disjointed in the second half. It did. Now, we defended well, and actually Sonny Lammens had to make another save towards the end, which, you know, they should have probably done better. They had another situation where they shot over the bar, where I can't remember what play it was. He should have basically passed it to his side, and we would have been in bigger danger. So against better opposition, as per usual, we probably could have come unstuck playing in that manner. I wasn't impressed with the second half at all. But we didn't give away any massive chances, and I'm just going to focus on the positives, and that is Sonny Lammens, our new number one. Mason Mount, fantastic. For me, I'm going to give him man of the match. Brian and Brumo first half, and Ahmad. I think those four in particular, I'll single them out for praise. And guess what? Finally, just a routine game, clean sheet. Let's get no injuries out of the international break, and it's all about Liverpool, innit? We're in the land of the gods with that. Like, we'll see what we can do there to try and stabilise. We've got a draw there last year. Can they go and show something? Let me know what you guys are saying. I'm out of here. Peace.